It was my first time going into battle. I was issued only 5 bullets. I charged forward without even having a rifle. In the middle of an explosion, I blacked out. When the enemy swept the battlefield, I saw an officer lying in a pile of bodies, using someone else's leg across his body to play dead. Bullets tore through the area non-stop. We didn't dare move an inch. They kept firing until they were sure no one was alive, and only then did they pull back. The officer crawled up, shaking all over. The moment he turned around, he threw up. 2 enemy soldiers were still nearby. He dug a rifle out of the bodies, took a breath, and got ready to shoot. It scared me. I stopped him right away. The second he fired, we'd give away our position. He didn't want to hear it. Then I heard a click. The rifle was empty. He got even more rattled. He couldn't steady his hands to work the bolt. But I knew that wasn't cowardice. It was what your body did when death was right there. I crawled over and took the rifle. I worked the bolt like it was muscle memory. I loaded every one of my 5 rounds into the magazine. I handed the rifle back. I told him to wait for an explosion before firing, so the blast would cover the gunshot. Then all I could do was stare at the enemy. He tried to aim, but the Germans kept moving. He was so tense. His glasses were smeared with sweat and blood. I saw he was stuck, so I volunteered to take the shot. Just as I settled into position, 3 more enemies showed up. My breathing sped up. 5 bullets, 5 targets. The pressure was crushing, but there was no way out for us. The next second, a blast went off in the distance. I took my first shot without hesitation. I dropped the bald officer clean, before the others even understood what happened. I worked the bolt fast and lined up the next target. One of them finally sensed something was wrong and slammed down to the ground. I fired my 3rd shot anyway. Someone tried to toss a grenade while staying low. I raised the rifle and fired again. The last one turned and sprinted. I stood up and finished him with my 5th shot. Only after they were all down did I finally breathe again. The officer stared at me like I was a monster. He couldn't believe a new recruit could do that. Not long after, the story spread everywhere. People started calling me Hope. They dragged me into the spotlight and turned me into a national hero. To crush our morale, the enemy sent their best sniper. His target was only me. In the final showdown, a veteran chose to expose himself to bait the shot and give me a chance.
Don't do that!
The enemy thought the job was done when he stepped in to confirm the kill. I caught that 1-second opening and ended him with a single shot. I survived, but a lot of it was luck. A hero was never just one person. It was everyone who did their part in silence. And I hoped war would never happen again.